Welcome in, everyone, to our Cracked Racquets coverage of Day 3 of the 2023 NCAA Division I Tennis Tournament. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Don't you worry, I'm getting us set at Georgia as we now have action starting in 8 regional finals on the day. Now, we'll have 7 for you on our Cracked Racquets broadcasts. 8 regions going on across the country. Unfortunately, no cameras at Michigan. That match delayed due to weather. It will be outdoors, no earlier than 2 p.m. The good news for us tennis fans is we got plenty of good action for you anyways. And you see on your screen 3 of your best regional finals of the day. A rematch from the regular season. Wake Forest knocked out Tennessee back when Tennessee was struggling early in the year. That match in Winston-Salem, a 4-3 win from the Demon Deacons. Tennessee obviously hosting today's battle, looking to get a little bit of revenge. Obviously get all of our court labels set here as well. This is a really fun one on your center screen. Georgia, Oklahoma, great battle of colors. Of course, the Sooners yesterday, one of our more dramatic victories on the day. They dropped the doubles point, get 4 singles victories to knock out NC State. Georgia, meanwhile, cruising in their battle over Florida Gulf Coast yesterday. We've got a battle everywhere across the country. Of course, you've got defending NCAA champions Virginia. Heavy favorites, of course, in their battle today against Ole Miss. Now, there's rain in the schedule in Charlottesville. How long will that match stay outdoors? That's the question we're all wondering. With all of that said, Chris Halioris, I'll let you talk now, I promise. What you got on your mind here today?
Just some good finals. Looking forward to seeing, the Tennessee-Wake Forest rematch is the most intriguing to me just because, as you mentioned, the match earlier in the year, indoors at Wake, Tennessee, not in form yet, 180-degree turn for them at this point. So how do they respond against a team that's beaten them once early in the year already?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a doubles point, deuce point coming up on court number 1 at Tennessee. Just wanted to make sure. Oh, excuse me, on court number 2. I was so used to seeing Hud and Mitsui in the top 10 of the rankings. You just assume in your head it's 1 doubles, but it goes to Hud and Mitsui, so we will go over to court number 1. It looked like Tennessee was off to a quick start. Again, Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Deciding point coming up early as you see Wake Forest, an early break here on one of the top 5 teams in the country. Senior Pat Harper, 2021 NCAA doubles champ, partnered with the junior Johannes Monday. But it's a big Monday backhand return. We're back on serve on court number 1. So now I will move over to court number 2. Chris, of these 3 matches, and again, we've got other battles going on our other stream. Daniel Westoff steering the ship there. But of these 3 matches, Chris Halioris, which host seed is most on upset alert?
Well, it's not Virginia. They should come through here in flying colors. I mean, I think you have to say Tennessee just because the fact that they lost once to Wake Forest this year, but I would not undersell an Oklahoma team here at Georgia. Oklahoma, a dangerous team. But boy, Athens is a really tough place to play as well. So with the fact that Georgia is going to be a heavy, heavy favorite and they're at home playing against that home crowd, it's going to be tough. But I certainly wouldn't sell them short. I just don't think there's much of a chance for Ole Miss at Virginia. But, we didn't think Lukemeyer was going to give a battle last night at UCLA at Duke. So what do we know? Looks like the crowd yet to fill in too heavy. Maybe they're going to pile in as the doubles point goes along here in Athens. Traditionally huge crowds there.
And I believe I accidentally muted myself. But Chris, we have a development right away. Look at your screen. That's not Trent Bride. And by the way, as you see that overhead go away, you saw the whiffed overhead prior. You missed me drop a gem of a Chris Halioris line. I could have done that. But of course, you see here, it is not Trent Bride. Bride out of the lineup for Georgia today. He and Ethan Quinn, the redshirt freshman, have been top 5 team in the country. Instead, you see on your screen, it's sophomore Thomas Pulsell. Or Pulsel, excuse me. Pulsell in instead of Trent Bride. We'll have to do some investigating, Chris.
That's going to be interesting come
singles, for
come
sure.
Singles, yeah.
And looking elsewhere in the Georgia lineup, it's not as though it's a straight lineup switch. Everything else is the same. This is the only pairing that's changed. And I can tell you, I've seen Trent Bride play. First of all, he uses a bab a lot. Second of all, that's just straight up not him. I don't know how else to say it. This is not like a typo or one of those instances where we're incorrect. That is straight up not Trent Bride. He and Quinn 16-9 in dual match play. Quinn and Pulsell have not played together this season. Ethan Quinn's been a one-man guy. It's been all Trent Bride in his life.
Yeah, I have to admit I'm a little surprised that Oklahoma let them stick with that straight line substitution.
Maybe it's respect of Ethan Quinn. You see serving here. Quinn, the redshirt freshman, ITA All-American singles champion.
Yeah, they may have been afraid to. They don't even want to see him
like,
slide down at all. Just that. Go ahead. If you want to let us have one, maybe okay. But we'll take our shots at the one of the other two.
Oklahoma 34-27 during the regular season in individual double sets. They dropped it yesterday. So I'm sure they're like, just roll the balls out. Let's play. As that goes wide at this #1 spot for Georgia. Excuse me, for Oklahoma. Baptiste Anselmo, the senior, transferring over from Georgia. So I suppose he's back at home. He's partnered with junior Nathan Hahn. This duo 4-5 together in the regular season. We're going to take you over to court #2 now here at Georgia, but let's do a little do-si-doing. Put Tennessee now back in our big screen. This is court #2. Maybe my favorite doubles pairing in the country to watch. Shinsuke Mitsui, Emil Hudd, senior sophomore combo, top 15 in the country last year, have picked things right back up here this season. Of course, you're never quite sure what you're going to see from a lineup perspective from Wake Forest. Here, they go with the duo of Yakub Karamov and a man we used to refer to as Waldo on our podcast, because you were always wondering where he was, Luciano Tacci, the junior, had a breakout season for the Demon Deacons. Who needs doubles more in this one, Chris?
Oh, it's got to be Wake. Tennessee at home is going to be a tough ask. Outdoors, granted, Wake got that first match during the year, but Tennessee is going to be, I think, would be even comfortable needing 4 singles matches. Wake's got to put themselves in a spot where they only need 3.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed in Tony. He only played 15 different doubles combinations this season, head coach Tony Bresky for Wake Forest. That feels low. Especially in this economy, right? You figure.
Yeah, definitely. Move. Little head hunting there. We will do our best to see if we can find any information on the Trent Bride situation. Not hopeful we'll get much while the match is going on here.
Yeah, I think Jamie Hunt will pick up your call.
Yeah.
Just give him a ring.
Somehow that doesn't seem very likely.
No, it does not. As you see, it's a hold for 3-2 on serve here on court number 2. We'll take you over to court number 3, but you said it's the least likely to be an upset. Back-to-back doubles points on court number 1, and look at Trent Huey. Shave that mustache immediately, Trent. Actually, don't shave that mustache.
No.
I love it. What am I saying?
No, those words should only be echoed in the direction of Patrick Maloney.
Trent Huey, of course, dear friend of us here at Cracked Rackets, standout All-American during his time at Virginia. He, Samdev Devarman, really laying the foundation for the Who's we see now.
How about the cast?
And the Who's we see now are very good. Sorry, please.
Yeah, how about the cast in the men's college tennis world of just former standout doubles players filling in volunteer assistant roles all over. You know, the first couple that come to mind right off the bat, Huey, Alex Lawson.
Yeah.
I mean, guys like that are just restalled, or just guys with tremendous hands filling in some of these volunteer spots all around the country.
No, it makes sense. A lot of the doubles guys, again, you play out your career. Now, if you're as good as Trent Huey, you don't need to make millions of dollars in your second career. But you definitely need to work after your life in tennis. And for Trent Huey and so many of those guys, again, what do they know best? Tennis, coaching it, the energy you have to play with, and perhaps the values of the skill set of doubles most maximized as a coach in the college ranks. See so many, I think it's around half of the top 50 of the ATP doubles rankings played college tennis right now.
Yeah, it's a very large percentage. Interesting side note on that front is that with the changes next year in the NCAA, you can now pay 3 coaches.
Yeah.
So there are going to be some decently paid volunteers now come next year.
I'm still available for free for any coaches out there wondering.
I'm just holding out for the full-time assistant job.
Yeah.
Volunteer. I volunteer my time to you.
Yeah, exactly.
If they want me, it's going to cost.
You're like, guys, I'm already a volunteer broadcaster, volunteer podcaster, volunteer website designer, volunteer college tennis mathematician, volunteer lean, mean, vegan machine. So that is by volunteer, let the record show.
Yeah, most definitely.
2-all 40 love. By the way, on serve everywhere right now, you see it's the junior Iñaki Montez, the senior, but still one more year of eligibility, Will Woodall. Great volley away from Woodall.
We should know
who's on serve. Sorry, take it on just quickly on the Ole Miss side. You see John Hallquist Liffen, the junior, partnered with Simon Jung, the senior out of Germany. Carry on, Chris.
I was going to say we should note for the followers at home, because it's not very evident looking at the picture here, but word is in the Charlottesville area that there is impending rain. And this match may not be long for outdoors, or at least not without a delay. So we'll keep our eyes on that.
Meanwhile, the big man, Lucas Engelhardt, serving on the near side of your screen. Let's go over to Georgia, though. Again, no Trent Bride, the fifth-year senior All-American, out of the doubles lineup. Still waiting word on why. But Georgia's picking up the slack here at 2. It's the transfer Theodore Yuska. He's fit in to this Georgia program like a hand in the glove. He's with the fifth-year Phil Henning. Taking on 2 seniors, Justin Schlageter, Alex Martinez. Oh, good hands across the board. Schlageter keeping that volley low. Jams Phil Henning. Interesting. It's hoodie and pants weather for head coach Nick Crowell, I believe, there for Oklahoma. Looks pretty nice to me in Athens.
It does look nice.
He's gone Oklahoma soft.
The other thing I'm doing, probably won't see from this court, but maybe from the two side courts, is trying to keep an eye on the sides to see if we even get a sighting of Trent Bride. Probably over to the left if indeed we see.
And let the record show, people watching is a known pastime of college tennis. Have to be observing everything happening. You see it's a packed crowd in Athens. Front row bleachers full for today's regional final. You see, by the way, Diaz-Prada with the 4-2 lead for Tennessee on 3. Chris, you're responsible to monitor those Tennessee scoreboards. I got you in the meantime, as you see again. Do a quick court switch, monitoring 3 doubles points, 3 second-round matches, opening regional finals. With victories, all 3 of our host teams, Tennessee, Virginia, Georgia, would advance to the super regional round of 16, which of course all 3 schools would host. And another college tennis match on campus for all the rabid fans out there. You see Rodesh, by the way, Von der Schulenberg holding 4-4-3. Things, again, on serve everywhere right now. At Virginia, I guess over to court 3 at Georgia. Haven't spent any time there. I guess to court 3 at Virginia as well.
I have to admit, I will be in the Knoxville area next weekend. It would be very hard to not make my way to that match if it were on Saturday and not Friday.
Always makes me scared when you start a sentence with, I have to admit. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what did we do? As you see Mitsui and Hud trying to consolidate their break lead. Virginia gets first blood, on court number 3. Except for I didn't change courts there. I apologize, but you see Getz and Kiefer leading on court 3. Let's see if we can get that court 2.
Tennessee up breaks on all 3 courts here, if all the serving indicators are right as we jump around.
And it was just a button incorrect press by me. You'd see court 3 is now on your screen. Gets Kiefer up that break. Oh, good eyes. And a good first volley from Shinsuke Mitsui. So 5-2 break lead for Tennessee on court number 2. I believe they are up a break. Let's see if they can make it a double break on 3.
Breaks everywhere, yeah.
Oh, they're up a break on 1 as well?
Yeah, 4-3 serving.
All right, well, we get here for a critical deciding point then. If you're Wake Forest, you got to have it. By the way, break point chances for Georgia to get back on serve. Looks like they do on court 3. That's our tightest doubles point right now. Virginia, Tennessee starting to separate. And now it's 5-2 leads. You start to ask when, not if, for these Tennessee Volunteers. And I appreciate you addressing the question we got in the chat. I know some of you college tennis fans, you only care about your school. And by the way, we respect that. No shame in how everyone wants to follow the game. If you're looking for individual sites, you can find most of these teams. Links to these streams individually on their team websites. Just Google Georgia men's tennis, Tennessee men's tennis, etc. You can also find them all on the links to everything, more simply, by going to the college tennis website. wearecollegetennis.com. The ITA Tournament Central page has links to everything. Shout out to Joe Gentry, the ITA team, for making it easy to follow all the action. Or at least easier. You got 17 matches across the country. It's going to be hard for anyone to follow the action, but impossible without the efforts of the ITA. And now it's another break point. And say it, Chris, what's my favorite term?
De facto match point.
It's a de facto match point. 2 of them for the senior Ryan Getz, junior Alex Kiefer, taking on the freshman Schlagenhoff for Ole Miss. Partnered, as you see, full of Slavic senior. This is Schlagenhoff serving on the near side. Monitor those Tennessee scoreboards, by the way, please, Chris. Let me know if, when I got to jump to a match point.
You're a point away from match point on 1 and 2. Both receiving, so at the 30 all on 1 and 2, both at the moment.
Oh, Getz. He got excited. Big swing from Ryan Getz sets up a deciding point here. Again, Ole Miss has to have it. On serve on the other 2 courts. Competitive everywhere with impending rain looming in Charlottesville. Meanwhile, Georgia back in front on serve for 3. In court number 3. Georgia now up breaks on 1 and 2. We're going to go to 2. 4-2 used to Henning leading. Also 15-30 in the Martinez-Schlageter service game. I believe it must be Schlageter serving, as we just saw Martinez. Big hold.
Switch to court 2 at Tennessee, Gruskin.
All right, we're going to court 2, Tennessee, and we're going to put that in our big screen as well as Tennessee closes in on the doubles point. Get you elsewhere, obviously, at Virginia. Ooh, it is a match point for Hudden Mitsui. Not de facto, the real deal, folks. It's a great point from Wake to fight off the match point. And that's Tachi there. Look at the hair game for Wake Forest. I think it must be a team edict. Starting in January, no one gets it cut. We're gonna rock headbands for NCAAs. We're gonna look sick. I kind of love it as you see 4-3 there. Ooh, I want to take you over to court 1 at Georgia. Georgia up a break. Also, Quinn serving 4-2, 30 all. Spoiler alert. Nice post there, 4-40-30. Oh, we missed it. I'm blaming Chris. 6-2, Tennessee takes court number 3. No, it's good everywhere. I don't actually blame. Let the record show, I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, I was watching the fact that it's now match point on court 1.
So we're going to head over to court number 1. I'll take you back over to Tennessee. Gruskin, Chris Talioris here monitoring the doubles point. 6-2 for Diaz and Prada. 2 seniors have really found their stride at that number 3 position.
And the race is on here. Harper and Monday 40-15. Hudden Mitsui 30-15.
Here we go, match point on the racket of 2021 NCAA doubles champion Pat Harper. This would give Tennessee the doubles point. goes wide, so the race stays alive.
And now 40-15 for Hudson Mitsui, so they
You see Harper, though, is playing with some pace.
Yeah. He's running.
We'll stay here. By the way, deciding point on 1. Oh, and Woodall goes into the net for 4-all. I am going to take you to court 2 there. But that's the match for Tennessee. Doubles point goes the way of the Vols. Message sent. Look, there's only one thing Johannes Monday knows. That's competing in NCAA semifinals. The junior has been a part of back-to-back semifinal teams for the Vols. Now it's Tennessee, 1-0 lead in Knoxville. We'll get you back there for the start of singles. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here.
Georgia looks to be weathering that storm of having no Trent Bride here. 5-2, 4-3, 5-3 leads on all 3 courts. Break leads on all 3 courts at that. That ball lands good.
Apologies, I know we had that roadblock on the scoreboard. You see where we are now. Meanwhile, Yuska Henning. Ooh. I apologize, Georgia fans. I'll get you over to 3 as from a breakdown. Kreuter and Johnston are now serving for the match. 5-3, 15 love up. The 2 fifth-years taking on Sifo Satondo Monsi, Jordan Hassan. Monsi, the All-American transfer, coming over from Illinois. Hassan, the sophomore out of Israel. Duo went 9-4 together in the regular season for the Sooners. This is Monsi returning on the ad side. And if you're watching and you're at Georgia, can you just go like wipe the camera for us?
So frustrating, isn't it?
No, it's just like, yeah, I guess so. Just like one wipe. That's all we're asking for.
Problem is the location of that camera.
Yeah, it's hidden. Look, if you tried to do it, you'd get thrown out of the stadium.
Yeah, I don't think you can reach over. No. There is that camera there is that building sitting right behind there with a second floor balcony on this side that fans are not allowed to get up to. If Paul Oosterbaan was still there, he might be able to reach down and clear it for us.
No, I just like the idea of a fan running on the court, security going after them, and them being like, no. They told me to wipe it. Yeah.
Just wiping the camera.
I think Seeps would have your back. He'd be like, no, it's cool. Like, I totally get it. My bad, guys. I should have told you. As you see, it's match point anyways for Georgia on 3. Again, Virginia about to serve for the set at 3 doubles. On serve at 1 and 2. On serve 6-5. Here on court number 2. We'll take you over. I think 3's in a changeover. We don't want to miss that, though. As you see, it is a match to Georgia.
And you need to go to court 1 at Georgia now.
Oh, we'll get there, my friend.
Quinn and Paulsell.
Go over to court 1 at Georgia. They're going to have the chance to serve for the matches, Georgia, for the doubles point. In fact, they are right now. Thomas Pulsell, the sophomore, came in with Ethan Quinn. Quinn, a redshirt freshman. Pulsell serving on the far side. Interesting, they had the sophomore serve first. That's just trust from head coach Manny Diaz, associate head coach Jamie Hunt in their sophomore.
Trying to build a little confidence in him, which actually now makes me really wonder if that's not a bigger play because he's going to be in the singles lineup as well.
Something for us to monitor. Georgia 2 points away. Yuska and Henning still up that break at 2. Now again, Oklahoma dropped doubles yesterday. About a 4-hour win for them. You just wonder how much is left in the tank as you see senior Ryan Gatz. Again, his 5-4 service game. Ethan Quinn at the net. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's less about Pulsell serving and Quinn volleying. Match points for the doubles point for Georgia. I'd expect another first serve coming here, despite the second. If I were a gambling man. There it is. Host teams are 2 for 2. I wonder if they were watching that Duke women's tennis last night and saying, that's not happening to us. 1-0 Georgia, 1-0 Tennessee. And I'm going to use my mocking voice. Oh, Ole Miss, definitely not the team we're going to pick for an upset. Ole Miss is the only one still on court, my friend. For the record, I'm pretty sure I agreed with you to a T on your take. I'm not saying you're wrong. I can't pass up the chance.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'd still tell Toby to his face it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Head coach Toby Anderson, of course, of Ole Miss, who we've been fortunate enough to get to know here at Cracked Rackets. Ooh. All right, Virginia's actually closing in, though. 6-5 Rodesh von der Schulenburg. They're up 15-30 as well.
Yeah, but it's 15-40 here. And that's a break for Ole Miss to get it back on serve and keep this match alive.
Meanwhile, match points for Rodesh and von der Schulenburg. It's on the right side of your screen. I apologize, folks. The reason why it's going to take us a second here. Second serve coming. You can kind of see it on that right side. I'm going to try and work a triple box so we can get all 3. We won't have scoreboards on 2 of them, but still. Chris and I will do our part. Keep you updated.
And that was it.
No, we missed it. Darn. All right. And we'll try that again.
So
as you see, yeah, there it is. So we'll go back.
One match on the board for Virginia, but they just missed their opportunity serving for it here on this court.
And now we have them both for you. I'm going to get rid of the scoreboard on 1. And that volley actually makes it love 30 Montez and Woodall. So here's what we're going to do. It's very silly. I apologize. It is a little bit out of laziness. We're going to work what I call a switch to make my life easier, Chris. Is that okay with you?
Making your life easier is never okay with me.
That's fair, but Montez and Woodall get the scoreboard. Oh, and they get the spoiler.
Oh.
Well, some could argue that was hilarious.
That was it right there.
So there it is. Doubles point to Virginia. 1-0 lead across the board. That means we have a momentary break. Now, Tennessee singles about to get underway. Obviously, Georgia will have singles of. Virginia Ole Miss singles coming up. And at the top of the hour, number 16 UNC is on everyone's upset alert. They're taking on a hot Utah men's tennis program. We'll have action of all 4 of those regions as our coverage rolls on. We're going to step away for a moment. Now's your chance. Run to the restroom, grab some snacks. We've got a long day of college tennis ahead. For the fantastic Chris Halioris, I'm Alex Gruskin. You're watching our Cracked Rackets coverage of Day 3 of the 2023 NCAA Tennis Tournament. Welcome back, everyone, to our Cracked Rackets coverage of Day 3 of the 2023 NCAA Division I tennis tournament. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Singles action underway here at Tennessee. It's a 1-0 lead for the Vols right now. They lead the Demon Deacons. Of course, all our host teams, Tennessee, Georgia, Virginia, all taking doubles points. Is that a fan or Chris Woodruff? It's tough to tell from this angle. That's an aggressively tucked-in shirt. We just have to say it, right? That's aggressive on the tuck.
You think you're ever going to see anything passive from Chris Woodruff? Look at that walk.
And for the record, super producer Daniel Westoff, who provides us this sort of analysis, has done he's checked the Doppler radar. That's what it was always called on the. It's the Doppler radar, right? That's the weather?
Yes.
He's checked the Doppler radar, Chris. And the Doppler is not kind to the Charlottesville area in the next 20 minutes. It's about to get a little bit damp in Charlottesville. So with that in mind, coming up at the top of the hour, UNC-Utah. I'm not saying we're rooting for rain, but would we hate a delay? Some scholars would argue no. So again, those 4 matches we'll have for you on our broadcast. Here, 2 of the top 10 players in the country. By the way, we're just poking fun at Chris Woodruff. We love him. It's been too kind to our Cracked Rackets team. I poke fun at all these coaches, as you can tell. For the record, as Chris says, we say it to their faces, too. So you don't have to worry about us ducking them in person. As you see here, 2 of my favorites, Johannes Monday. Again, taking on another top 10 college tennis player in Melios Evstathiou. Melios, your ACC Player of the Year. Down early here to Monday, Chris. Who needs this one? Give me the calculus.
I don't know. Well, Tennessee definitely doesn't need it per se. They're going to be able to find 3 singles wins in this match. Even if it's not Monday, I think it's just a tough ask for Melios. Even though, Melios, top 10 ranked in the ITA rankings. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone outside of a Wake Forest fan that would make him a favorite in this match. You had me thinking with the impending rain in the Charlottesville area, not too directionally far, at least we're talking East Coast from Chapel Hill, so I took a quick look there. Things could get very interesting if that match goes too long. Thunderstorms after 5 p.m. in Chapel Hill. So if they get a really tight 4-3 type match, it could get really interesting.
Well, we were here for 12-plus hours yesterday, so anything less than 6 would be a disappointment. As we bring Georgia, obviously, back into our lives. 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs over Oklahoma. Now Oklahoma was in this position just yesterday. So certainly the Sooners won't be intimidated.
And the early surprise here in Tennessee, and I will say if, as we haven't done our run through yet, if all our serving indicators are right, Matthew Thompson up a break on Blaise Bicknell already.
All right. Thompson has been one of the most improved players for Wake Forest, and I promise, folks, we'll get there.
If you could send the same guy that's going to wipe that court camera at Georgia over to Tennessee for us, that would be appreciated as well.
I think he's already on the commuter.
Yeah.
It was a coincidence. He was also on the flight with the SEC Tournament Championship with the trophy.
Was he sitting next to Andrade?
Yeah, he makes sure he's on. That's our source to tell us all the drama.
We've got, I think the top four courts, five of the six courts here at Tennessee, even though we've just begun, are already break leads in one of the directions.
Absolutely. Where do you want to head to next?
Well, we might as well move on.
Just
May
to
not
two?
may not last long. We'll move there, even though it's a game point for a changeover.
Sure. Meanwhile, we can go to the triple box as all three matches now underway. Oh, Virginia decided to mess around with their court assignments. So this is court number 3, not court 1, as that's obviously Jeffrey von der Schulenberg, not Chris Rodesh.
No confusing those two.
No. So I'll have to reset those links. I'm trying to think which one of those courts was right. I think it was 6.
Yesterday, 6 was 6.
Yeah. So sorry, Virginia. While I fix your cameras, you're just going to be leaving on 6. Meanwhile, yes, you see Maroney, the 2-1 lead on HUD. Give you some freshman Mons Dahlberg time. Maroney, the 2-1 lead, will put Quinn in the big box. Apologies, folks. That'll switch for us right back.
So we didn't get a chance to talk about it yet, but assuming that they did update the online scoring, Trent Bride is in the singles lineup.
Really?
It's showing Monty and Bride at 3. Might take a quick look just to make sure here.
So to me, that tells me that there might be some sort of injury. All right, we're going to stay on 1. I got to do some camera minutia on both Tennessee and Virginia. Meanwhile, it's worth noting only 4 cameras up right now at Georgia.
I was going to say, unfortunately,
it's early action right now.
2 and 3 are down, so can't tell if Bride is there, but I can say Reuter is on 4, which means Bride is on 3, even if we can't see him.
All right, so Chris, you're going to have to steer the ship for the moment. I'm going to make sure all of our cameras are fixed. As such, we're probably also going to – I'm going to move us to Melios so we have a little bit more time. Not going to be able to change courts here for a moment, but again, to all of you tuning in, really appreciate you joining us. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. We will have all the action here, as well as UNC-Utah coming up at the top of the hour. Chris, I'm going to get everything set. The floor is yours.
Sounds good. Big screen action here at Tennessee, as we'll be staying on this court for a bit. Give you a quick rundown. I mentioned some break leads early everywhere. Monday, obviously here, up a break at 3 Love. Maroney up a break for Wake Forest on 2 at 2-1. Bicknell got his back on serve on 3. Mitsui up a double break, 3 Love on 4. They're on serve on 5, and now they're back on serve on 6 as well. So we're down to break leads for Tennessee. Courts 1 and 4. Wake Forest on court 2. The other 3 on serve now. And we'll certainly keep our eyes on that scoreline, particularly on court 3 at Georgia, where we saw no Trent Bride in doubles. He is in the lineup playing Cephos Monsi on court 3 there. Georgia's got a couple quick break leads on courts 1 and 4 there. Everybody else at 1-all. Oh boy. Melios got away with that one. Those were 2 balls in a row he should have put away. And let Monday have a really nice crack at a forehand that he just overhit. But Melios gets on the board. Big hold for him. Keeping the set hopes alive. Can't go down a double break to Joe Monday. We mentioned both these guys top 10 in the singles rankings. Nice approach from Monday there, making this a match should both gentlemen stick around for the individual competition after the teams in Orlando. Matchup we could see again. The last year, at least for the next two, that we'll have the NCAA individuals in the spring following the team competition. The next 2 years, they're going with a pilot of playing the individuals in the fall. So this year in Orlando, we'll have the teams. The men particularly will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, May 18th, 19th, 20th. And then the singles and doubles competitions will begin after that, where hopefully these two guys will both still be playing. And if any of you are in Orlando for NCAs, look us up, stop by, give us a shout. We'll be there at least through the team competition. As a reminder to everybody, 8 regional finals today, 7 of them on our Cracked Rackets streams. We've got 4 of them here on our side, the 3 you're watching now, and North Carolina coming at the top of the hour. The other 3 matches you can find over on the Perry Shinin stream. The lone match you'll find no coverage of. That match at Michigan, excuse me, simply because there are no cameras, so there's nothing to show you. We will, however, keep our eyes on that scoreboard for you, just to let you know what's going on there. I believe that was a scheduled. I'm sure Alex has an update for us. It was scheduled for a 1 p.m. start.
For Michigan?
I think they were delayed.
I believe 2 p.m., not before 2 p.m. They're trying to play outside.
Gotcha. So we'll keep you posted if we see any updates there. Meanwhile, back here Monday, 40-30. Good hold. Monday will take the 4-1 lead.
All right. In the meantime, I do want to see, we're going to go down to court number 6 at Tennessee just to make sure everything works. We'll put this Georgia Deuce Point on your big screen. We do not have action yet on Tennessee court 6. Make sure that works on my end, so I'll take it back to court 2.
Wow, Ethan Quinn, I believe, just gave Martinez a double fault for the break. In our Tennessee match there, Tennessee off to the races in a few of the courts. Monday 4-1, Diaz 4-1. Mitsui was up a break, I believe, may have just given that break back. At Virginia, the match we haven't talked much about, we're still expecting that rain, but a quick start for a couple. Junk and Schlagenhoff got off to break lead. Simon Junk 3-love on Jeffrey von der Schulenburg at the moment. Quick start there. They're going to need 4 of them in Virginia with leads on courts 1, 2, 4, and 6 right now. See the stands there in Athens starting to fill in a little more.
All right. I appreciate all of you tuning in. You've seen we're trying to work through some camera issues. What we're going to do real quickly is take a break, reset things on our end. We will be back as soon as humanly possible. I promise that, as the action's getting very good. Of course, North Carolina, Utah starting up as well. We'll get to the start of that. We're going to throw one of these matches over to our Perry Shine-In stream as well. But, folks, be sure to stick with us as our coverage continues. You're watching Day 3 of the 2023 NCAA Tournament. All right, folks, we should have everything now. You see Blaze Bicknell on your screen. Again, Georgia. Let's go test Georgia Court 2. They say everything's working at Georgia. That's where we're going to head next. Things are indeed up and running now at Georgia. So now we're going to make sure all of our Tennessee cameras are up as well. We'll go to court number 4. It was giving us some issues earlier. And it's amazing what technology can do. And so now we are back up and running, folks. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. And we're going to go to a split screen. Those of you looking for continued coverage of Tennessee-Wake Forest, that match is actually going to head over to our Perry Shinen stream. We're going to keep Georgia-Oklahoma. We're also going to bring in UNC-Utah into our live. So I'm going to go to the split screen. UNC-Utah now officially underway. We'll have that for you in a moment. You see Virginia continuing. Storm scheduled there, Chris, for 3:40. We'll see. We will see.
.340, I think. It's actually quite a while. Good chance for this match to get in another hour and a half. I think the only way that if the Storms hold out that long, it would in all likelihood have to be the fact that we were in 3 setters. And neither of the two teams could close the match out with straight set wins. Just for a quick update where we are at Virginia, about midway through most of these first sets. Of course, with break advantages at this point. Montez up a break on 2 for Virginia. York up a break on 3 for Ole Miss. Gets a break for Virginia on 4. Schlagenhoff a break on 5 for Virginia. Dahlberg a break on 6 for Virginia. So the only court at this point, not with a break lead, is court 1. Nicholas Slavic, Chris Rodesh. Everywhere else we've got break leads. 3 of them for the Hoos, 2 for Ole Miss. Again, only about 4 to 5 games into the first set on these courts, so a ways to go.
You got a Georgia court for me, Chris?
Let's go court 4, Kreuter. Oh, how could we miss this?
We'll get to court 4. A little surprise, it sounds like, for all of you fans tuning in. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. And indeed,
Set
we make
point.
it just in time for a set point for Blake Kreuter. Georgia meaning business today.
Yeah, they are off and running. Kreuter's got set point here. Henning is up 4-1, appears to be double break on 2. Quinn up 4-2 on court 1. So that's 3 courts right there.
And that goes long. No, that lands good.
That's good.
So it's a first set for Kreuter. So I'm going to change some screens here. Meanwhile, look what we've got for you all.
Oh, let's go.
And I'm going to move those scoreboards, of course.
This is actually the match I'm most forward to looking to see, especially early, as flat as Utah came out in doubles yesterday. Yes, they responded in singles, but no, they can't afford to come out that flat again today.
We'll get everything labeled properly here for you on UNC as you see the 6-2 first set to Kreuter over Schlageter. Meanwhile, here again, Utah, UNC underway in Chapel Hill. Chris, talk to me about this matchup.
I mean, this is the match we're looking for. Utah, such a great year, under the radar, and we say that primarily just because not traditionally a powerhouse. And look, we get a lot of East Coast bias. We don't see a lot of West Coast tennis, a lot of Pac-12, and the Pac-12, when we do see it, USC, Stanford, UCLA, the big names, Arizona. Utah quietly put together a fantastic season, share of the Pac-12 title. Into the final day, still challenging for a host spot, didn't get it. So by nature of the fact that they were the first team out of hosting, going to be one of the more popular picks to upset. North Carolina not happy with that serve call. Still debating it, but I mean, a great season for Utah. Came out extremely flat in doubles yesterday, taken to the woodshed in doubles. But boy, did they turn it around in singles. Got North Carolina serving the duo of Casey Kane and Ryan Sagerman. Sagerman and teammate Poland coming over from Princeton. And we're on serve everywhere early. Here at North Carolina, that hold there for the Heels to go up 2-1, 1-all on the other three courts.
And again, I'm making sure these Virginia cameras are set for us, so we can start jumping around there. So appreciate your patience as we'll start changing courts here more rapidly over the next hour. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here, day 3. 7 regional finals across our 2 Cracked Racquets broadcasts already. Ohio State cruising to a 4-0 win over Louisville. Expect anything else from the Buckeyes in Columbus, Chris?
Nada.
That's well said.
I would say here at Georgia, we should probably go to court 1, Alex. Ethan Quinn going to get a chance to serve for his first set. Henning likely going to get the same opportunity, but receiving right now. That could be 3 quick first sets for Georgia. If they do, that was the first point there for Ethan Quinn. 15 love in his service game to serve this first set out. And we may have to be quick on scoreboard watches. Henning might try to race him for a break. Quinn now 30 love.
Meanwhile, let's see if we do have Virginia cameras now. Take us over to court number 2, where Iñaki Montez has himself 5-love lead. Looks like Montez to me. So now we're rocking and rolling. 5-2 lead there. It's 5-love for Getz on court number 4. We'll hold here.
And pulled that one long. Jordan Hassan did hold on his court, so Henning will serve at 5-2 as his teammate Ethan Quinn is here. So a couple 5-2 service games for Georgia to try to get first sets number 2 and 3 on the board. Meanwhile, Trent Bride is on serve in his match. But MPP and Teddy Juska both down a break. Oh, nice pass from Martinez. Couldn't tell if Quinn's ball was wide or not. Didn't matter. And now a couple break points for Alex Martinez. But Ethan Quinn up a double break. He's got a little bit of wiggle room here.
We're going to jump over to court number 4 at Virginia. Montez with a great pass for 15-all, but Getz now 2 points away.
Now we'll get a decider here at Georgia. Set point deciding point for Ethan Quinn.
So all of our top seeds making some moves right now.
Martinez will get a look at a second here.
There it is. Martinez stays alive.
Flip it over to court 2 there.
Georgia.
Court 2 at Georgia. Yeah, we'll see if teammate Phil Hunting suffers the same fate or not. He also serving for the set.
As you see, Getz goes into the net. You know our order of operations, folks. Ryan Getz with a set point chance. 2 more remaining here, 40-30. Obviously, serving marker incorrect there. On serve on court 1 at doubles over at UNC. On serve everywhere right now in our doubles at UNC. This is a fun matchup. The pace, the power of Ole Miss senior Lucas Engelhardt against the heaviness, how dynamic that ball is off the racket of Ryan Getz. It's a fun one to watch as you see UNC holds for 3-2 at number 1 doubles. I'll take you elsewhere there, Chris.
There's a set for Getz. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't love the matchup for Engelhardt.
Yeah.
He's got some pace, and maybe he can try to keep Getz from running around and hitting forehands, but not a guy that's going to hit a bunch of high top spin maybe to that Getz backhand. I think Getz is going to have some pretty good success. And now we've got set point for Phil Henning. Alex?
I apologize. Get us back there. Also a set point here for Montez. Looks like it's a bagel for Iñaki.
And now, just as his teammate did, Bill Henning going to face a deciding point on his serve, and somehow Ethan Quinn did it without us even seeing. He must have broken Martinez quick after he was broken. He takes the first set 6-3.
Yeah, you're on Georgia watch, Chris.
I was watching the Henning scoring. Quinn raced right through and broke Martinez before Henning even had a chance to finish his game.
Redshirt freshman will do that. Quinn, 16-8 in dual match play, but just won 9 in a row coming into this postseason.
Guessing we had a let called there. He doesn't look to be too pleased, but he's not going to put up too much of an argument. Obviously, it was a let, as getting back to serve again. And there's a set for Phil Henning. That's 3 sets on the board for Georgia.
Yes, the Bulldogs take courts 1, 2, 4.
They're in a spot of trouble here. They're down breaks. Well, they got back on serve on 6, down a break on 5, and Trent Bride now facing some break points in his match as well. But
and then it's now on the top of your screen.
three first sets in doubles. Certainly in the driver's seat.
And I think Schlageter's the guy you turn to if you're Oklahoma. Kreuter's so hot and cold throughout the course of the year. Obviously, we know what his peaks are. I think if you're the Oklahoma coaching staff, that's the one you circle. Maybe turn more attention to as you see break points for Monty Dahlberg here. We're back on his court, 5-3 lead. So let's go spend some time on court number 1 here after Chris Rodash. Is Rodash the most underrated player in college tennis, Chris? Some scholars would argue yes.
Yeah, those are horrible scholars.
I just don't think we talk about him in the elite of the elite category that he belongs in. Maybe he's properly rated.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that you're probably right. I mean, obviously we talk about him very fondly, and he's good, but we don't. I think we probably don't quite.
We don't talk about him as a lock of locks.
Like we do with, say, Joe. That's exactly what I was thinking. We talk about Monday, and we think of him as more of a lock than a Rodesh would be. But I think part of that also comes from the fact that, look, there is zero question in the Tennessee lineup who's playing number 1. Here, there's no question really because we know who they're going to roll out. But they could they could play and did on occasion play, say, Montez at number 1. They're so good there. But it's going to be, he's one to watch certainly, especially as we get towards individuals.
And there is the break for Monty, 4-5-4. Again, we're playing hopscotch a little bit on our courts. You see Utah, UNC, really good doubles. Crunch time in all those matches. Get your court changes there. Make sure we have live action on your screen.
Georgia did manage to get 5 and 6 both back on serve now. So things really looking good for them. I'm ready.
All right. Simon Junk.
He was off to the races in that first
5-3 lead. I believe he's serving for the set now, excuse me. Yeah, he is indeed here on junior Jeffrey von der Schulenberg. A guy I know we both consider a lock of locks out there in the college tennis world at 3. We're going to hold on court number 3, by the way, at Georgia as Monty's about to serve for that set. 4-all in the first sets on courts 5 and 6. Georgia again taking first sets on courts 1, 2, and 4. Slavic held 4-5 all in court 1 here at Virginia. Breakpoint chances, by the way, here. I know that scoreboard's a point behind. To the dock breaks. Set goes on 5-4 here. Meanwhile, Dahlberg's going to serve for the set at 6, so that's where we're going to head here at Virginia. Let's spend some more time with North Carolina, Utah, Chris. It's really good doubles everywhere, and this is a spot. Was 15-30, now 30 all here at 3. It's the lefty duo, Jansen and Poling. And bottom left of your screen, Virginia freshman Mons Dahlberg serving for 6-4 first set. Monsey doing the same, the All-American for Oklahoma now.
Now some break points. I think regardless of how this doubles turns out, and it's still very, very tight, 3-all or 4-3 on all 3 courts, we could say definitively that Utah has not come out as flat as they did yesterday.
No, I mean, both these teams dropped doubles points. Utah to Old Dominion, a little less shocking than UNC to Drake.
Too good. What a lob.
And so now Utah serves for the set again. We're on serve on 1 and 2. Stromberg making a little bit of a push against Dahlberg there. And if you're Ole Miss, and I say this with affection, you're playing for rain, right? You're like, just get to the rain delay, get to the rain delay, get to the rain delay. It means we've made it a match. That's a response. And that's the freshman, Will Jansen. You know what's hilarious? The next time Poling comes on our screen, freshman Will Jansen, grad student Carl Poling, look at the disparity in their facial hair. I don't know if Jansen can grow like anything. And yet Poling's got like he's got a 5 a.m. shadow, not a 5 o'clock shadow. He actually shaved before the match. There we go for the high 5. You got Babyface on the right.
I'm waiting for the nickname on the left.
Yeah, we'll get there. I don't have an Ivy League scholar on the left. I don't know. As you see, set point here for Monsey.
Maybe we need followers in the YouTube chat.
They can give me a second.
Jansen's left. Partner. Haven't seen your buddies in the chat today, Gruskin.
No, I think everyone's just locked into the action. Again, it's really good here as it's a deuce point set point. I am well aware Utah serving for that set. Top left of your screen, 30-15 for the Utes. Make it 30 all. It is a deuce point set point here. Did Dahlberg get broken? Dahlberg broken serving for the set for Virginia at 6. But Getz is already up 6-2, 3-0. Not on court number 5. Checked in on Kiefer.
Yeah, Ole Miss has a couple tight courts, but 4 singles matches is going to be a tough one. But Slavic now.
Yeah. And you see Trent Bride, I'm looking at Trent Bride, the body language here, excuse me, as Monsey takes the first set 6-4. We will put North Carolina now back in our screen. You see breakpoint chances here for the Heels. Scored first set to Monty. Where am I headed, Chris? Head for Georgia.
Georgia, I'd say.
See if we can catch that deuce point at 6.
Yeah, I don't think we'll catch that, but after that, I'd say we go to court 5.
Well,
we do catch it.
Meanwhile, I'm going to wipe this scoreboard so we don't get the spoiler. We got the spoiler. Whoopsies. Sorry, folks. Volley goes wide. It's a bold choice to make. It's the one you have to make on a match point. Tar Heels break back, though, 4-5-4. Again, it's on serve everywhere. I guess we'll go over to court number 2. Houston, Alvarez. It goes to Alvarez. And he has been a catalyst for Oklahoma this weekend. A massive victory yesterday for the Utes. 5-4 lead now. On serve there. Take you over to court number 5 at Georgia. On serve 5-4 as well. Georgia leading. Gail Perez Pena up on Nathan Hahn. Oh, God. What are we going to do when Brian Cermak scored? He is no longer a part of our life. It's been a good run. There's Cermak on the left there, the lefty, with Benson K. Looks like Schlagenhoff just held on a deuce point, 4-5 all. Again, Ryan gets 6-2-3 love. Other Iñaki Montez, a 6-love first set. It's even everywhere else. Goes wide, so the 4-all hold here on court number 2. On serve everywhere. We'll go back to 1 here at UNC. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris. God, Sam Paul's just decked out. Again. That is a man living a good life.
It's a man that looks like he should have like 4 Super Bowl rings on his hand.
Yeah, like he did. He had a really good 7-year stint with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
He wore the top hat while Roger Staubach was throwing touchdowns all over the field. Who is that guy? Who's the? Oh my God! I should know the name of the coach.
Tom Landry.
Tom Landry. I could see his face.
I thought you were going to ask who the receiver was. Clearly, it would be Drew Pearson.
No, our first take segment of the day is Sam Paul college tennis Tom Landry? Some would argue yes. Scoreboards everywhere. Stromberg now up 6-5. Gets 6-4 love. Jeez.
Yeah,
where it was a breaker.
It's a really tough matchup for Engelhardt there. Montez yet to drop a game. But those are the only 2 courts Virginia's cruising on at the moment. That's a quick path to 3 for Virginia. While I don't think there's a great likelihood of Ole Miss being able to take the other 4, they're not out of any of them.
Meanwhile, UNC held for 5-all on 3. 4 UNC on 1. That's where we're going to go next. Another Ivy League transfer, Ryan Segerman. He's fit in so well to this UNC team this season. He's partnered with the sophomore, Casey Kenya. Segerman, 6 overall in the year, but you see number 9 in the country taking on that number 49 duo, Mark Bergerick, Patrick Trehak. Mentioned it. Utah's played just 3 doubles pairings all season long. School's been at the top spot all year. They're 12-11 on the season. Ooh, but we do have to make a quick switch. Sorry, folks. So you see a roar from UNC on one. It's a set point here on 5. Not saying that's the match, but boy, a doubles point in the 4 first sets in singles, that is an awfully tough deficit to have to overcome, particularly in Athens. It's 4 first set. Miguel Perez Pena on 5. He's been one of the breakout stars. He's what's made this Georgia team go from good to great, dare I say, this season. And now it's set point Alvarez. Call confirmed. Oklahoma's got to have it. They're down a set and a break at 2. About to go down. No, down a set and a break at 4. Meanwhile, it's a 6-4 first set. Set to UNC at 1. And guess what? It's been 3 straight games for Jansen pulling at 3. So they're going to serve for the doubles point for UNC. Chris, I know we're rocking and rolling here. We're jumping everywhere, and I know folks are like, let's watch the tennis, but a lot happening. I got to ask you, Chris, who needs the doubles more? I don't think we talked about it, Utah or UNC?
Boy, I'm not
sure.
UNC. I'm not sure who needs it more. I'm going to say that whoever wins the doubles point is probably the favorite in the match. This one's so close. And I think they both need it. I don't know that either team feels overly tremendous about their chances of taking 4 singles matches, but I kind of agree with you. If I had to pick the team that I think is more likely to be able to get 4 singles matches, I think I would say it's Utah, which would make it slightly more important for North Carolina to get this doubles point.
Meanwhile, we got to hop around at Virginia. A lot of things coming to a close. We're going to have simultaneous breakers on courts 1, 3, and 6, it looks like. Meanwhile, 6250 for Getz. And you see we're now on court number 5, where I believe Kiefer has set points. No, he just straight up takes it. 7-5 first set to Kiefer. All right, we're going to go over to 4 next. See if Getz can close things out. I believe he's serving. Obviously, the set point coming up here for Theodore Yuska. North Carolina serving for the doubles point top of your screen. So it's crunch time here. Chris, you know not your father's root beer?
Yeah.
This is your father's 6 singles. This is what we expect. Grinding, long-winded, lung-busting tennis. Jamie Hunt looks like he's ready to get on court himself today. As you see, Ryan Getz closes things out. Scoreboard moved a little slow there, so we're going to put UNC in the big screen as they're serving for the doubles. Getz does make it 2-0 Who's over in Charlottesville. We're going to go back to court number 1 there. heels, but it's match point heels. Man, that rhymes. Nice, no spoiler. Not this time, Chris. We know better. It's day 3. I know all the schemes of the North Carolina scoreboard. Heels. Will Jansen saying, Chapel Hill, hear me roar. So the Tar Heels get a much needed doubles point. Take a 1-0 lead. You know the rules. Non-official till we see it on our scoreboard. All right. We'll get back to that action at North Carolina in a little bit. Felt like the Tar Heels had to have it, Chris, with how well Utah played in singles yesterday. The depth of that lineup, the strength at the top of that lineup. Felt like a must-have for UNC at home, and they get it. Meanwhile, again, right now on our alternate stream, Perry Scheinen monitoring the action. Duke facing Cornell. Texas facing Pepperdine, and then we threw that Tennessee-Wake Forest match over to her as well. We have all 3 of those matches now nearing or starting singles, or in singles already. Michigan takes the doubles point over Cal for what it's worth. No cameras outdoors in Ann Arbor, but that's in your other regional today. We had 8 regional finals already. Ohio State into the super regional 4-0 winners over Louisville. And I think, by the way, I started a rant earlier. It's all coming full circle. Actually, hold that thought. Set point here for Rodette. Spoiler. All right, this one's on serve. But yesterday we had NCAA tennis history. For the first time, a top 8 seed is not going to host a super regional. Now, it's only the 3rd year of super regionals, but as you alluded to, Duke upset 4-3 by UCLA last night on our stream. What a way to finish the set from Chris Rodesh. So now Virginia has 4 first sets plus a doubles point. That's it. With the 6-2, 6-love win from Getz, we are going to go over to court number 2 where it's 6-love, 3-love for Montez. Remember when we were worried about rain in Charlottesville, Chris?
Yeah.
We might have just UNC Utah for a while.
North Carolina's Carl Poling. On court 5,
I may have had to apologize to Miss Lukemeyer last night. I will not be apologizing to Miss Hansen today.
Takes on North Carolina's Logan Zapp.
That's my bold take.
I like it. As you see Kreuter, by the way, setting a break lead. Again, I'm keeping my eye on on UNC. As soon as singles gets underway there, we'll get rocking and rolling. Beautiful serve by the fifth-year Blake Kreuter. We were talking about him earlier. I said hot and cold. Kreuter this year, 18-7, 8-1 in his last 10 decisions, 9-3 in conference play. Again, he's been very good. And coming off of that match at the SEC tournament final, he has match points to clinch for Georgia. Kentucky able to miraculously work their way back, much as they did yesterday against Northwestern. Maybe that is just a team of destiny, but to see Kreuter cruising the way he is today, it's a sight for sore eyes. And hey, it's his last NCAA tournament. You just wonder, got a locked-in Blake Kreuter for a month. How good is this Georgia team? Because you're our SEC correspondent. As a man located in the Midwest, some tennis fans in my life have been all about the SEC is overrated this year. You have eyes. What say you?
I mean, it's hard to say the SEC is overrated given the fact that you're likely at this point to have 5 SEC teams in that round of 16.
This is true. But how much of that is just rankings aggregation?
Well, it's obviously mathematically 100% rankings aggregation.
Yeah, sure.
But how much of it is justified rankings aggregation? I think, yeah, there's always going to be some of that SEC bias if and only if the conference is good enough that they can sort of beat up on themselves. This is the thing that you don't see enough of in say a conference like the Big Ten, because you have Michigan and Ohio State that are so good and so much better than the rest of the conference that
and
nobody
Illinois
beats
usually,
them.
Don't throw Illinois out of that conversation. But
no,
on.
I'm just saying that right for the past couple of years, right,
sure.
Nobody has been able to beat Michigan and Ohio State other than Michigan and Ohio State. And when that happens, and yes, you had Georgia this year run the tables, but then you have all of the other teams. You had the Kentuckys, the South Carolinas, the Georgias in the top 10, and they all took losses to teams in the conference. And that sort of spreads the points around, if you will. But yeah, I think when you look at the SEC this year and you compare them to the top, we don't really, the question is Georgia. Are you putting Georgia in that tier 1 conversation? Everybody else, the Tennessees, the Kentuckys, the South Carolinas, we've kind of got them in that next tier down. So while they may not have that dominant team that you're saying, absolutely, we see a national title contender in the SEC, it's, Georgia's the one that you look at that you want to put there, and they are the question. Are they there or not? The others are kind of a little notch below it. They're, Texas, TCU, Ohio State have really stood out over everybody else this year.
Oh, good. I appreciate the explanation, Chris. I got nothing to add. That's as good as you're going to get, folks. That's why we call him the professor. Nice to see Schlageter 2 points here to at least force Kreuter to have to serve it out. Henning's up a set and a break. Miguel Perez Pena at number 5 up a set and a break. Alvarez did take a 7-5 first set at 6, but 20-minute push has to start right now for the Bulldogs. We're going to put this match in your big screen. Oh, no. We're going to move away from this match. We'll go over to Henning at 2. Excuse me. Give it a second. I also want to get this back to everyone's attention. We got action again at North Carolina.
I'll follow that last point up with an example for folks. Alex, in the SEC, we look at a school like South Carolina, and you're looking for examples of what do you mean by they spread the points around. South Carolina comes away with wins over Ohio State, right? At the now the number 2 team or well, 3 team in the
yeah.
3 now in the country. As of the last rankings poll, they finished in the middle run that no one saw. I think they were 2, so that's what South Carolina got points for. But you're talking about a win over one of the top 3 teams that South Carolina's got. They also had a win over Kentucky, who's in that same group at the top. But then they go and they lose conference matches to Mississippi State, to Texas A&M, to Auburn. So 3 teams right there in the SEC that all get points, big points over a team like South Carolina. And you can try to tell me, well, yeah, but South Carolina's not that tier, but they beat Ohio State. And that's the thing is until you have other conferences that are deep enough where those mid-pack conference teams, uh, that aren't. We had the top 4, if you will, there in the SEC, and you had teams in that sort of 5 through 9 group beating South Carolina, and then and that team turning around and beating the top Big Ten team. That's what spreads those points
Hold that
around.
thoughts, Chris. You just saw a scoreboard update. That has to mean Trent Bride retired due to injury, right?
Oh boy.
Oklahoma on the board. By the way, Montez just broken there, so now we've got ourselves a match at 2. I'll take us down to court 5 where Kiefer's got a set and a break lead.
Take a quick look.
Oh, no. It's raining in Charlottesville. And now it's a downpour.
And that's not that's a wait or not exactly a short drive over to the Boar's Head.
Aye.
And indeed, there is nothing on court 3. There's nobody in the chair. There are no players. Trent Bride undoubtedly retired.
They'll put one on the board for Oklahoma. Makes this Blake Kreuter hold again that much more pertinent. And perhaps Bride looks at the scoreboard. MPP up 6-4, 3-love. Kreuter serving for the match. Henning up 6-2, 5-2. We didn't see Trent Bride in doubles. Obviously, he's nursing something. Hold that thought, Alex. This is critical. Got to get Kreuter off the court now. We play on. Schlageter breaks. All right. Oklahoma needed it. They got it. We're going to head over to court number 2 now. Henning serving for the match. 6-2, 5-2 for the 5th year. He's been excellent all year long. NCAA All-American finalist. 16-5 in dual match play. Phil Henning makes it 2-1 Bulldogs. 6-2, 6-2 from the fifth year at the number 2 spot. He knocks off Jordan Hassan. All right, though. Now it's a match. Where do I go? 1 or 4? What do you want to see, Chris?
Ooh.
Faster.
Let's go 1.
All right, there it is. Court number 1 indeed. Meanwhile, Tennessee's up 3-0 right now on Wake Forest, but I believe the 4 remaining matches are all extraordinarily competitive. That match available on the Perry Shine-In stream. Chris, check those scoreboards. If you like it enough, we can show it here too. Again, with the rain in Charlottesville, we have a stream to play with.
I don't know what they're doing there. Hud Maroney split 6-2 and 6-1 sets, and Diaz Itachi split 6-2 and 6-love sets. Some crazy score lines over there. But yeah, they're a long way at this point. Of course, those 2 matches split sets, and Mitsui and Karamov are barely into a second.
I just got a text from Virginia that they are very likely heading inside. We'll know in the next 3 minutes, but to expect them to resume play indoors. All right. Big opportunity here for Alex Martinez.
And if that's the case, well, I would say if it's pouring there, regardless, it would take time to dry. If they're heading indoors, you fans can expect at least an hour.
And by the way, go ahead.
Yeah, they will have to drive to the Boar's Head, and then they will get a full warm-up over there because it's a new venue. So it's going to be a little bit.
Yeah, you see. Oh, wait. No, they updated the scoreboard too soon. It was a deuce point. I apologize, folks.
Probably need to go ahead and take us.
I think Quinn just got broken. No, okay, it was behind before, so now it's love 15. Yeah, we do have to go to 4.
Sorry, I was
confused by the scoreboard. But we got a question in the chat from Dylan47. Did a Georgia player get hurt? How does Oklahoma have a point? Yes. Georgia's Trent Bride out with injury of the doubles lineup. He tried to give it a go in singles, was down a set in 2-1 to Oklahoma Sifo Monsi. Now, again, Georgia with the win at number 2 singles. They're up a set, and Kreuter's going to serve for the match again here, 6-5. Miguel Perez Pena, 6-4, 4-1 lead for Georgia. So the pathway's pretty clear. Tennessee match available on the Perry Shine-In stream. As is Texas, Duke, as are. Good grammar, Alex.
Yeah, you have to assume Georgia thought Trent would be good to go, but I'll tell you what, if you're nursing an injury and you're not sure how well you're going to hold up, and you look at that Oklahoma lineup and you say, well, who's the one guy I don't want to see on the other side of the net? It's Monsi. Because he's just going to make you play balls all day. I think you would have much rather seen a Martinez or somebody that's going to keep the points a little shorter. Schweiger here trying to keep this from becoming a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and Schlageter yesterday was the momentum setter for this Oklahoma team. Earned a straight set victory over NC State. Got the rally going. I know we've held courts at North Carolina for a while. Apologies, folks. Obviously, we're going to have a ton of time with that match.
I think that we may be there alone for a bit, this Georgia match. Kreuter serving for it. Pena up a set and 4-1. In a perfect world, if you're a Georgia fan, this match is over in the next 10 minutes. Kreuter now 3 match points. Meanwhile, Ethan Quinn fought off one break point. He's at deuce deciding point. If he can hold, he will be a game away. Albeit on serve. And that's it. Blake Kreuter puts the 3rd point on the board for Georgia, and the Bulldogs take a 3-1 lead. 6-2, 7-5 for Kreuter. Now all eyes on either Ethan Quinn or Miguel Perez Pena.
We're going to go to Miguel Perez Pena.
Yeah, Quinn holds for 5-4.
How's this, Chris? We'll put 2 UNC singles matches on the side, since I know, again, we're not giving it the most of our attention right now, but Carolina fans out there, don't feel like we're neglecting you. We're going to have plenty of time with the Tar Heels. 3:20 start indoors for the University of Virginia.
Wow. That's very fast. Surprised they're giving, I would have thought at least 15 minutes to warm up. That's only 15 minutes from now.
Good math, Chris.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how many minutes from now it was, but now I am. Oh, it's a great day, as you see. Oh, Connor explained it to us, Chris. Thank you, Connor, in the chat. We should know this.
I was going to say, were they already playing at the Boar's Head?
No, UVA built a new outdoor facility, which we both knew. It's at the Boar's Head now.
Oh, it is at the Boar's.
Yeah, the old one was on campus. That was a detail we had both forgotten. So it is a quicker transition now. Thank you, Connor, though, for that clarification. We appreciate it.
I like that sponsor!
it also makes me wonder. I know if the delay is longer than a certain period of time, you get a 15-minute warm up, and if it's less, if it's only if it's only under a certain amount of time, you get like a 5-minute warm up. I wonder if the change in surfaces has anything, or no, if they make the decision immediately to move in, if it's just 5 minutes and go.
Yeah, it's above our pay grades.
Where's Anthony when we need him?
Thanks. You didn't say it right. It's Anthony.
Anthony
Montero, of course, head of officiating at the ITA, whose name you never hear in anything other than a scream. I do want to take us down to the bottom courts on courts 4 and 5 right now, where I gotta say, UNC's doing a job. 3-love lead on court number 5 for Benjamin Kate. 5-love polling on 4, get you there as well. Meanwhile, MPP does get the break. He's serving for the match, Chris. You got to keep your eyes on Quinn.
Could be there momentarily. Quinn is actually serving for it.
No, I think that serving marker. Oh, no. I think that serving marker's wrong, Chris.
It shows Quinn 5-4, 30-40.
He's up or down?
He's down 30-40.
Yeah, because Martinez is serving. Look, I will show you all real quick. I like that we're using the broadcast to settle a dispute between you and I, Chris. I apologize for that to those of you at home, but this was just, again, it's something I remember. We were here last time, and that's what confused me about 20 seconds ago, because you're going to see Martinez held for 5-all, and the scoring marker is going to be wrong. Come on now. Give me the update. Prove me correct.
Yeah, maybe they'll just leave the serving marker on Quinn now. Maybe it's just always on Quinn.
Yeah, 5-all. There you go. Yeah, it was part of his signed letter of intent. It was that it has to always indicate that I'm serving.
It's like, when you're playing the Thanksgiving football game, you have a full-time quarterback. Well, we have a full-time server here. Wide, Pena now 2 points from sending Georgia into the Sweet 16. And a date at home against Harvard. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but for the matches we're watching here, the potential opponents, winner of this Georgia match will play Harvard. Winner of the North Carolina match will get the winner of Texas Pepperdine.
Let's go. What's this? Let's go. Come on. Come on.
It's back to 30. Nathan Hahn, a guy that it's impossible to root against. One of the nicest guys in the world. Plenty of room here for Pena, but making it a little tricky in this service game. Maybe opening the door for Ethan Quinn to still have his chance to be the clinch. tell you what, it seems like Georgia's really comfortable here because they've got this 5-1 lead, but they're going to set and 4 love on 6
Yeah, but
with
Chris,
Teddy
I got to
Juska.
stop you right here. It's match point. To send Georgia back to the Super Regional. Set the corner, don't worry. We'll get there. There it is. Look, all of us remember last year for Georgia. Knocked off in the round of 32 by Florida State. This group from the start of the season was determined to not let that be the case. And you all know the rules. It's not official till we have it on our scoreboard. Well, we have it, folks. 4-1 Georgia. They're going back to the Sweet 16. And on a day when Trent Bride is out with injury, Chris, to beat this Oklahoma team this definitively, it's a really impressive victory for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, very well done. Could have gotten really tricky without Trent Bride there. But look, now they have to focus on getting Trent healthy and ready for next, whether that match be Friday or Saturday. We'll wait and see that schedule when it comes out. Big match for them, home hosting Harvard. You got to feel like you've got a really good shot to hold serve at home, make it down to Orlando.
Absolutely. Georgia, your number 6 overall seed, again, an undefeated regular season in the SEC. Chris, we haven't been focused on this, but I got to tell you, North Carolina's doing a job right now. 6-love set at 4. You see the 4-1 lead here for Kate on 5, 3-all on 6. I mean, again, where are the leads for Utah? They've got 1 break at 2. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. It's still early. Some matches on serve, right? 6 is on serve, 3 is on serve. I'm assuming 1. I'm not sure.
No, I'm fairly certain Cernoc's up a break. We'll go check.
He? Okay, yeah, we don't have an indicator there, but clearly they're going to have to get some of those to go their way. Can't drop dubs and then lose 4 or 5 first sets and feel like you have a great shot.
Absolutely. By the way, again, 3:20 start, so in 5 minutes, we will bring Virginia back into our lives. No, Brian Cernock is up a break.
Yeah.
For a guy who's been injured all season long, NCAA tournament time, we know what we're getting from Cernock.
So 3 break leads for the Heels with the doubles point.
And a healthy Logan Zapp. And let's be clear, the junior Zapp, former top recruit in the country, he's played 3 dual matches this year. He's 1 and 2 overall in singles. It's a different Carolina team if they're healthy, Chris, for the first time all year.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Zapp is fully healthy. He's definitely playing. Is he fully healthy? I don't know.
Well, he's close enough.
Is he close enough, or are they desperate enough? I don't know.
They
may need him, and they may need to hope he's there.
In my culture, to that we say Dainu. It's well said. Such a good point from Brian Cernock. Good serve from Zapp, fights off a break points. I believe we have a deciding point coming up on 6. Cernock looking to hold for 4. I think it's double deciding point. So let's throw that graphic up on your screen. Meanwhile, again, I see the players on court at Virginia. A matter of when, not if that match gets started.
see here. Cernak and Kate continuing to hold these break leads. For Utah, these spots down at 5 and 6 against Kate and Zapp are just spots they've got to take. And it is Terhawk again today for Utah. We mentioned yesterday we saw Kren in the Pac-12 final, who's played very little this season, hadn't played in about a month or so. Did not make an appearance this weekend.
You see Cernak stays on serve 4-3 here on court number 1. You got a UNC request, Chris?
Maybe court 2.
All right, court 2 it is, where I believe Utah's only break lead is. Oh, no, whoopsies. Sorry, folks. Okay, stays out in front 5-2. Meanwhile, we're going to keep Kate on your screen as he's so close. Obviously, you see Segerman there, but we have action underway again in Virginia.
Just an FYI on the Tennessee match we had on earlier. HUD now 4-1 in the third for Tennessee, so they look to be closing in on the victory in Knoxville.
Gonna get this label right for us here at the Virginia Indoors. Obviously, this is court number 3. We'll go to the actual court number 2 here. Oh, then none of them are in the right order. That's always kind. All right, we're going searching here. This is Iñaki Montez on 2. Sorry, folks, you're gonna see me play around here for a second. Again, nothing we can do about the angle here. Just going to do a quick search. That's Kiefer at 5. That's it at 4. This has got to be 6, and that's... No, that's 6. So this must be Rodesh. We'll move him to the front. Back to Montez on 2. All right, now we should have everything set. Obviously, I'm going to make sure our scoreboard is on the right score. You see it is a 6-2 first set, by the way, to Benjamin Kate. So that's 2 first sets. Again, now we're monitoring everything. We're going to get rocking and rolling here. Cernak up 5-3. We'll head back to court number 1. I just don't see a pathway for Utah to win, Chris, if they don't get 1.
Yeah, I don't know that 1's critical, but boy, they got to get something going. They just don't have anything going anywhere right now.
Absolutely. You see Segerman's now got a 5-4 lead. We'll leave him on your screen. This is Cernak here, 5-3. Montez now at 3-all. I do want to take it back to Kiefer at Virginia. I think this is Kiefer on the far side. No, is this Rodesh? Hold on. No, this is Kiefer, right?
That does not look like Rodesh.
Yeah, it's not. Who's on the near side here for Ole Miss?
Oh, it was almost
again, the problem is there's no labels. I think I have everything right, but Virginia indoors, let's just say, doesn't make it easy on you. Yeah, this is definitely Kiefer.
It's Kiefer.
As you see, Segerman is going to serve for the set 5-4. Cernak will do the same. So we're going to keep those 2 UNC cameras as is because guess what? With a Segerman and a Cernak hold, now all of a sudden UNC is in a dominant position. Doubles in 4 first sets. Terhak is up 5-4 now. Will serve for the set at 6. It's 4-all on 3. But it's crunch time right now for Utah. Chris is absolutely right. They got to get something going, and they got to get something going right now. Yeah, it's a Kiefer hold for 4-1. Chris, you know what that tells us?
What does that tell us, Alex?
It tells us we got our score, our correct court, because that's definitely 4-1 Kiefer. And so, again, it's the little things, folks, when you've broadcasted for 92 hours over the course of 3 days that keep you excited. Again, Virginia takes doubles. Straight set win from Ryan Getz, so they're up 4-love. Who you want on your big screen, Segerman or Cernak?
Let's go Cernak.
All right. Well, respect the senior. Brian Cernak serving for first set number 3. Looks like he's at a love 15 deficit. Segerman doing the same. Meanwhile, at Virginia, again, I'm just doing a quick search. I'm looking for Chris Rodesh. Where are you, big man? That's Montez. That's definitely the dock. That's court 4, which is over. And that's Dahlberg at 6. So I think we have our order correct now at Virginia. In which case, I'm going to go to 3. Von der Schulenberg did end up taking that first set 7-6. Simon Jung served for it. He's now got game point chances for 3-love in the second. So, yeah, win, not if for Virginia, folks. Win, not if. Although we said that. No, we didn't say that about Duke yesterday. It was too close everywhere else. Got a do-si-do. 30-all now for Cernak, but it's set points here for Segerman. The first set to Segerman. And my dear friend who asked for it, we're going to Trahak now. But we're going to miss it because it's a 6-4 set to Trahak. So that's the first set for Utah. Only first set remaining is happening on court number, well, other than Cernak, who I'll put on the big screen here quickly. Cernak fights off a break point. He's got set point. Meanwhile, again, going to go to court number 3 in the Segerman court. As you see Bonder Schulenberg 7-6-3 love as well. A lot of action moving right now.
Did close that match for Tennessee. 4-0 Tennessee over Wake Forest.
4-0, Chris. It is a 6-4 first set for Cernak. Apologies, I know the screen went black there for a moment. Back here on court number 5 at Virginia. Jansen at 5-4. And Poling moves so fast. Let's go spend some more time with him on 4. First sets for Virginia. Excuse me, for UNC. Oh, Bastias goes underhand again. Jansen read the scouting report, Chris.
Somebody watches us.
Absolutely. And by the way, yes, as you alluded to, 4-0 win for Tennessee over Wake Forest. Back-to-back semifinalists, Chris. Dare I say, they're back.
Yeah, and you have to think just the way they've finished versus the way South Carolina's finished versus the fact that it's at Tennessee. Everything leads to Tennessee certainly the favorite in that match to make their way to Orlando. And what an intriguing match. I mean, we're looking a long way down here. But what an intriguing first match in Orlando if that were to happen between Tennessee and Texas. There are a lot of people in the way that have something to say about that. Kiefer here closing in. Virginia on the left side. Boy, Utah's just got to get something going. You see Bastias. Does get the second set on the board, but down 4 first sets. They're going to need to find some quick momentum in the second sets here. We'll see if we can get a quick update on Virginia courts here to see how close we are getting. You can see Kiefer now.
Yeah, and von der Schulenburg 7-6-4-0.
Kiefer now 2 points away from making it 3-0.
Well, look, one of the big stories coming into this NCAA tournament, it's clear Virginia's going to be Sans Botzer. They thought they had 1 more year of eligibility. Botzer, whether it's injuries, business school obligations, he's been out. So Kiefer has stepped in brilliant this year. Now he's got match point. And Alex Kiefer makes it 3-0 Virginia. Now we wiped the scoreboards because, again, if we had them, you just wouldn't be able to see all this camera angle at Virginia. But there it is. 3-love lead for the Who's. And we'll take you over to court number 3 where the doc is closing in. Jeffrey von der Schulenburg. Our dear friend Matt Stakowiak coined him the nickname Doc Vaughn many moons ago. It's stuck. And again, right now, the doc closing in. Actually, I think he's got 5-0.
It is 7-6-5 love. And this is the court where Jung had jumped out.
Yeah, he served for that opening set.
Yeah. Von der Schulenburg broke him to stay in it.
Pulling 6-love 3-2 lead now. As you see, Utah does get their second first set.
Yeah, Bastias got that second set, but it's...
Where am I going, UNC-wise? I'm going to get Bastias off our screen.
At UNC, everything's early. I'd say maybe to 5.
All right, court 5 has been requested. Court 5 it will be. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Right now, a couple of ACC host schools. Number 5, Virginia, your defending NCAA champions. And number 16, North Carolina. I bet if you look through your brackets, of course, Chris Halioris running the bracket challenge over on his website, College Tennis Ranks. I would venture to say Utah over UNC was probably the most selected upset of every men's first round.
I think you're right. It's probably not even close. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I actually think it's going to be the second most requested, Alex.
Well,
I think Stanford over Columbia will be taken more often.
Sure, that's fair. The other one, did a single person pick UCLA over Duke on the women's side?
Oh, I did not go look.
I wanted to text you, but we were together for 12 and a half hours yesterday, and then we talked on the phone afterwards. So I was like, I'm going to give him some space. I'll ask him tomorrow. As you see, Jung looking to at least ask one question of von der Schulenburg. Again, I'll get those scoreboards on your screen just to remind all of you. We've had them off, and you'll see why here in a second. If we have them on their screen, that scores block. I can't put them on the top, or you're going to see even less of it. In witness protection, Simon Junk right now. But it is 3-0 Virginia. All right, so here we go. The Doc will serve for it. Jeffrey von der Schulenberg, the junior. Another exceptional year. Again, Doc Von, 21-4, entering this NCAA tournament. Most singles victories of any Virginia Cavalier. We play #1 on just about any other team in the country, but obviously with Montez, Rodesh, the other stellar recruits he came in with, he's at that 3 spot. And when you rack up victories like he does, I'm sure he doesn't mind. Doc Von 2 points away from sending Virginia back to the Sweet 16. Doc Von sends Virginia to the Sweet 16. Junior Jeffrey von der Schulenberg, 7'6", 6'1". And you know the rule. It's not official till we see it on our screen. Well, folks, now it's official. Virginia, 4-0 winners. They're back to the Sweet 16. Next weekend, they await the winner of Duke and Cornell. That match will be played in Charlottesville. Those where the Hoos have had not just regular season success, but obviously multiple national indoor championships captured in Charlottesville. No stranger to national success on the University of Virginia campus either, so they'll be looking forward to that match. They await the winner again of Duke and Cornell, a match going on our other Cracked Racquets stream. Duke taking the doubles point, and I believe 6 first sets in that match, Chris.
Yeah. Gotta like Duke's chances there, but boy, another match with Virginia for them. Just the way Virginia handled the entire ACC schedule. You certainly like your odds of seeing them in Orlando.
Again, 3 straight undefeated ACC seasons for the Hoos. They are 2-0, as you mentioned, against Duke already, beating them most recently a couple of weeks ago in the ACC tournament final. So that means we've got just one match to go here. And again, right now, who would you rather be, UNC or Utah? The answer is unequivocally the UNC Tar Heels. You see Carl Polling's up a set and a break. UNC taking 4 first sets in this battle. You see Kate out of the chair. I say we stay here as he's currently got a 6-4, 3-2 lead. 6-2-4, 2-4 Polling. Logan Brian Cernock, also up a set and a break. So I'm going to work on getting us a third UNC screen so we can go 3 wide here. I think, did Polling just make it 5-2? No, 6-love, 4-3. So we'll go full screen on Kate for now, just so we don't have any dead screen on your air. But of course, again, I'm working on getting us third UNC tab here ready.
Good follow there. For a moment, looked like that ball might have sailed a little on him. Bugarik able to hold that in. Kala just, I don't know if he's talking to the coach there. We can't quite see off the side. Might as well be talking to himself at this point. Unfortunately for Utah, one of the two first sets they did get. Patrick Terhak at 6. Down 3-love in the second to Logan Zapp right now. It's not about that one for the Utes. It's about finding at least 2 of this matches where they drop the first set and getting a second. If they can't force at least 2/3, this match is over. It's playing trickery with us there. Now you see Kate. Was waiting for the now you don't, but he's there to stay.
My bad, folks. Trying to bring in.
The polling you see now with the 5-3 lead, Kala. Needing to find a hold in the break here. Or it's going to be 2-0 North Carolina. How's our Michigan update there, Gruskin?
I won't lie, I haven't looked in a while. I think it's up better for all of our helds. As we put B in the big box, I believe we now will have. Yep, triple box available to you. North Carolina the rest of the way. You see where they're closest to the finish line. I think it was worth the mishap. This is pretty cool. Gets down to one scoreboard, of course. Yeah, Carl Polling's 2 points away. No, excuse me, 3 points away now. 15 all here on court number 4. Again, Poling coming over from Princeton. Grad student out of Boise, Idaho. 17-3, team leader in victories this regular season for the Heels. And you see why, he scraps, he claws. Now, was that a good forehand from Kaula? No. I get to say that phrase again. We come full circle. I could have done that. But again, Carl Poling, you got to give him credit. The stick save just to extend the rally.
Just to make you happy, Gruskin, I will tell you that Andre Styler is 2 points from clinching a 4-0 win for Michigan. Gavin Young, Jacob Bickersteth, with wins on 5 and 6. With the doubles point, Styler, 6-2-5-1, now 40-15, triple match point.
Well, speaking of match point, we've got one here. Carl Poling's actually got 3 of them. To love UNC. I'll tell you what, I did not expect this sort of performance from the Tar Heels. This is so impressive, Chris Halioris.
That it is. It's not done yet, but boy.
No, but
they couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, match started at 2. First 2 hours of play to script.
Fire up the Jets in Southern California. They're headed to Ann Arbor, Gruskin. 4-0 Michigan. Reserving a date with USC. Doing everything he can here to just keep this one alive. At least try to make Poling serve it out.
Oh, excuse me. Match point, seed break point here in a moment. Saw a little flash there at the end. It's a great serve.
Big hold for Kala. And now can he find a big break?
Absolutely. Well, do-si-do. I don't want to miss a second of Poling, but you see here, Kay now serving at 4-all. That was a hold from Bergerek. And again, now that we're down to one match, we can introduce everyone. You see a couple of changeovers. I'm going to switch courts for Cernak. Should I go to 6? Where's Zap at?
Zap is 4-1, trying to earn his split.
We will go to 6 then. That is a frustrated Bergerek. I love that. You see again that emotion on the face. Bergerek, the freshman out of Macedonia. 10-7 overall this season, taking on Benjamin Kitay. Kitay, freshman out of Potomac, Maryland. 6-3 overall in dual match singles. Again, North Carolina's played with the bottom of their lineup a lot this year. Again, we're keeping Poling on the screen. I know it's a changeover, but obviously he's about to serve for the match. We don't want to miss that.
Bank on the forehand there. Kala maybe. Very, very slight opening for him.
Put him back in your big screen again. Poling serving for the match here. Looks like Kate held pretty quickly. So we'll keep him on your screen as well.
A little shaky. A shanked forehand and a double fault here from Poling. See if Kala can manage to do anything with it. He just hasn't found any rhythm. But he's 2 points away from being able to knock this up. Oh. The let court service winner.
Wouldn't have it any other way. It's what we call a home court bounce. Chris Hallier says, ooh, I apologize. I forgot to continue to scroll that scoreboard down. Top left is Zap.
You saw Coach Paul yelling to Poling there, saying, do that again. I like that. Just kidding. He wasn't really saying that.
Oh, he lands it.
Oh,
So Kala's gonna get breakpoint looks.
good look there for Kala. Good anticipation of where those balls were going.
Of course, Kite is a game away. Zap a game away serving for that second set on 6. Looks like he might have gotten it.
Yeah, at this point, I don't even think Utah cares about court 6. They're going back. Give us a third there. We just got to get a couple splits somehow. And here's a chance to at least stay in this one. Spoiler alert. Oh, a second double fault in the game from Poling. So a shanked forehand and 2 double faults while serving for the match. And he gives Kala an opportunity to get back in the match. Meanwhile here, Kate. I'm sure you can see that game score, Gruskin. I cannot.
It's 15-all here, 15-all.
Okay, 15-all. Garrick must hold situation.
As you see, by the way, Zap does take that second set. Get us back over to Cernak, who's up a set and a break again. UNC, Chris, they're closing in. And I know we've been on these two courts 4 and 5 for a while. Updated 6-4 2-all on 3, 6-4 3-all on 2, and then again, obviously, the split set on 6. Cernak, Segerman, you see, Segerman might be up a set and a break now because he served to close out the set. And so I'm doing math. That's another path. And so if Carl Poling doesn't break here, we're going to 2.
Garrick. Tough here. Service game he's got to have. Yeah, UNC's put themselves in some spots here where they look like they could close it out. They just haven't got one yet, but I say yet, they could quickly rattle off a couple of them. Honestly, Sagerman, Cernak, Kate could do it.
That forehand technique is gorgeous. You see the upside of the freshman Benjamin Kite. 40-30 game point chances for Bergerac again to force 5-all, but ooh,
Yeah.
woo! Behave yourself, freshman Benjamin Kite. Sets up match point. Well deserved after those 2 forehands, Chris.
Kite says, please, one more forehand shoulder high. Thank you very much.
As Kaula holds, I believe, 4-6-5.
Now you got to be wondering if Bergerac's thinking, I just better serve to his backhand and come in.
Sorry. Well, he didn't hold, or he didn't break. That's on me, folks. It was bound to happen eventually.
I'm just going to picture in my mind that he did serve to his backhand and Kite missed. That's all I'm going to picture.
Absolutely. And so now, all right, Cernak's up on 1.
So Kaula did hold. Still no update on the Segerman court, so
Yeah, that's where I meant to get us. That's what led to all the screw-ups.
oh, Kite does not like the call. Tripp Phillips does not like the call. But it stands for 15-all.
Here's Segerman, bottom left of your screen.
You see Coach Phillips having a little discussion with the Utah coach. I can't tell who that is there, but I think that was a, come on, you know that ball was in.
Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, Segerman is up a break there. 6-4, 4-3. Scoreboard's a point behind. It's either 30-all or 40-30. It was 40-30, so that's 6-4, 5-3 for Segerman. He's a game away. Howlett now the 6-5 lead, but again.
They've got to flip at least 2.
Oh, Kite with the get. So Cernak and Segerman are up a set and break. I'll tell you what. You could have told me UNC was up sets and breaks, as well as a doubles point victory. I would not have taken them to win 1 and 2. Talk about the seniors performing in their last matches on the job in Chapel Hill. Again, 6-4, 5-3 here for Segerman. We'll put Cernak in the big screen. He's got a 6-4, 4-3 lead serving, but I think it's a love 30 deficit here, Chris.
Ooh.
Here's a window. Break point chances. Kaula did it on court number 4. Can Boosleman do it here on 1? And it's the junior, Geronimo Busleman. Breaks back for 4-all. So Kate held for 6-5. We'll leave him on your screen. Third set going to get underway on 6. It's 6-4, 3-all on 3. I know we've shown really none of that, but again, right now it's crunch time. And Utah gets 2 have-to-have breaks at the 1 and 4 spots. I think we'll just keep these courts, Chris. I don't know, is Jansen in a break? Oh, Polling's in a breaker. All right, we probably have to bring that up. I don't know who to replace. I guess Cernak?
Yeah, it's just 4-all there. At least 2 games no matter what, so might as well. Oh, nice return.
Segerman, cross-court ripper. He guessed right. And Cabalbo asks the question. And Bergerick gets the home court bounce. So we're going to keep Segerman obviously on the screen as he's serving for that set. Or will serve for the match, excuse me. 40 love spot there for Bergerick. So again, he's looking to force a breaker as well. Woo! I think it's 3-2 polling here up a mini break. We are going to breaker. So here it is. Breakers on 4 and 5. Segerman serving for the match on 2. That's what we're going to put in our big screen. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Winner of this match going to head to Austin. I know Texas was up doubles in 6 first sets.
Get a quick check and see if that match is.
I'll have it for us here in a second.
Finished.
Correction, Duke's up 3-0. They won doubles in 6 first sets. Texas up 2-0, closing in on 3-0 on Pepperdine. Winner of that plays the winner of this. And Segerman's now 2 points away. No nonsense here. From the senior Segerman. Woo! Junior Franco Cabalbo says not yet. Sails on him. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
but it ends in fashion anyways. And Ryan Segerman gonna let all of Chapel Hill hear him. Chest bumps all around. 2-0 heels. Just because I feel like the Jansen family might, actually we're gonna go to 1, just because Cernak now down 5-4 again. If there's any path for Utah, obviously they gotta force a split there, but put court number 4 in your big screen.
Yeah, Utah's either got to have both breakers or one of them plus Busleman to at least just stay alive.
And I'm ready to wipe the scoreboard. Jansen serving up 5-4 here in the breaker. In fact, we will wipe it. Is that another double?
I think it was.
So now 5-all, mini break seated back. Again, Carl Poling served for this match.
2 double faults in that service game and then another one here.
And there's the real Sam Paul. Please stand up.
Sam says, I like those let court service winners better than your double faults, Carl.
And that's the way to hold that ball just an extra second. There's a reason we wipe the scoreboard, folks. Back point heels.
See if Kala can come up with a big serve of his own here.
Here's the other thing, though. If Bergerick... Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. Oh, that's nifty.
Oh, what a volley.
Very, very nifty.
Yeah, look, Utah's got to have 2 of these 3, but if they don't get all 3, their backs are obviously against the wall, where they have to have every match left.
That's what I'm saying. Well, they have to get one of... yeah, they got to get 2 of these 3, no doubt. But I'll tell you
really,
what, if they do get 2 of the 3, it's a new ball. Because then it's really close everywhere else. And yeah, you'd rather be the heels, but still. Oh, Benjamin Kate is now landing everything. 5-2 lead. I love you, Brian Cernak. You know that. Right now, you're irrelevant, my friend.
Cernak did get to 5-all.
I'm going to wipe both scoreboards. Deciding breakers right now. UNC up a set on each of these courts. The reason we're wiping the scoreboards, again, they get spoily. UNC takes these 2 second set breakers. They are headed to the Sweet 16. Benjamin Kate right now, 5-2 lead. It's 6-all in the breaker on the left of your screen. What's the out of the screen tweener?
Are you kidding me?
The out of the screen tweener. You wouldn't know it by Trip Phillips' reaction.
Unreal from Kate.
Match point heels. Meanwhile, set point for Utah. Bruno Kaula. Chance to extend that match on the left side of your screen. 6-7 Jansen serving. And we're playing on court 4.
Kaula from nowhere comes back to split with Carl Poling. But Kate, too good. 3-0 heels.
And so we'll turn all of our scoreboards back on here now. It is indeed 3-0 heels. Benjamin Kite delivering us the 3-love victory. We'll get all those scoreboards back over to singles here. You see the split sets. UNC takes court 5's breaker. Utah gets a must on court 4. Cernak can end things now. Let's head over to court number 3. Haven't spent any time. Francisco Bastias, the Utah senior, transfer over from Miami. 18-7 overall this year, and he's up a set in 4-all here. And remember, Cernak was up a set in a break here. Donovan Busleman, the junior, turning things around. I guess I'll take us to court 6 in lieu of court 4 as well. Apologies. Interesting. Again, all of the scoreboard pressures on Utah. Third set's coming on court 4, and you see it already underway on 6, but game point chances here for Busleman. Obviously, Captain Obvious here. Utah's not out of it yet, Chris.
Captain Obvious.
Exactly. And for what it's worth, in terms of win leaders on the team and players still on court, their 2 wins leaders are Bastias and Cabalbo. Now, Cabalbo knocked out, obviously, at 2 by Segerman. Bastias still on court. Geronimo Busleman, most wins on the team. He's still on court. Patrick Trehak, second most wins on the team, tied. So 3 of their 4 winningest players, Bastias, Busleman, and Trehak, are all still on court, Chris. And you see them on your screen now. Absolutely still a pathway here for Utah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the path is you have to have all 4, but they're...
Well, I guess what I'm saying is they have ridden 3 of these 4 guys all season long. That's my argument. I rest my case, Your Honor.
The one you have to focus on now, obviously, is Busleman, because he's got to win a set to force a third. The other guys either in a third or won the first set, so this is the first one that's got to fall.
And now it's an irate
Right, Cerna or Will Jansen.
No, that's Jansen. Yeah, they got 3 lefties.
Too many left. Yeah, too many lefties.
Cernak, Poling, Jansen, giving Tripp Phillips all the weapons he could want to work with. Again, Tripp Phillips, second time he hasn't loved the call, but 30-15 here for the freshman Jansen, second most wins on the UNC team this regular season. That floats wide. 30-all now spot here for Bastias. Again, Bastias, senior, transfer over from Miami. Trehak is a big man. I don't like him lumbering towards our camera. That intimidated me. Sends that one to Durham. Point chances now for Jansen. Meanwhile, you see Cernak beginning his 5-6 service game. Is going to be a third breaker. Fault there from Cernak. Obviously, we'll go there as soon as we're done with the game point here for Jansen.
Very well could be.
Huge hold. And we're going to leave Jansen on the screen. We'll go to the Cernak page, obviously, now. Cernak feed. Yeah, that's called the winner shuffle. If the forehand approached that well, you don't need to worry about the next one. 30-15 here for Cernak. God, Hawk is a monster.
Not a small man, that's for sure.
That is a big man. Big man hits a big serve.
You know, from afar, and I don't have great...
Arthur Rinderknecht?
Exactly where I was going.
Some scholars would argue, Chris.
Read my mind, Gruskin. Exactly.
Yeah, I saw it too. That's the doppelganger. I agree. By the way, winner of this one now officially headed to Austin. 40-30 now for Cernak after the double fault, but Texas 4-0 winners over Pepperdine.
Wow, and Pepperdine was making that interesting if they didn't get that 7-5 set from Harper because they split with Spazzeri and they had the first set on the other two courts. So that's a 4-0 that could have been a lot closer than 4-0. Nonetheless, we'll get all your brackets updated.
Absolutely. Nonetheless, that was pro good. Off the racket of Brian Cernak. That +1 combination is going to serve him well in life post-Carolina. Let's go to a breaker.
Why not?
Side things here on court number 1, set number 2. By the way, Duke up 3-love right now. So just 2 matches remaining here in the opening weekend of the NCAA tournament. 14 of our 16 host regions set. We've had 3 seeds knocked off thus far. Miami women losing 4-3 to Auburn. Columbia men knocked out by Stanford. And, of course, the shocker last night, UCLA 4-3 over Duke. Other than that, Chris, 27 of 30 so far ain't too shabby. I mean, we lost Duke. It's not often you lose a top 8 seed in the opening weekend. So that'll certainly be our headline, but pretty good opening weekend of play. And perhaps most importantly, sets up barn burners for next weekend. Of course, our Crack Rackets team will have coverage of the entire Super Regional round. Sans the 2 matches at Michigan for obvious reasons.
Oh, that one's going to kill you.
No, it's so much better that it's not available. Massive forehand combination again from Cernak. Hawk with a little touch there. Is Zap up a break? He might be. I think it's a 3-2 lead for Zap. So that's another pathway opening up. 3rd set now officially underway on court number 4. But again, 2-1 Cernak on serve. 2nd set tie break. Cernak can send the Tar Heels to Austin. 5 more good points.
Looked long.
Yeah,
I think so.
2-all. I'll tell you what, though, when Cernak loads up, you just know he's going to rip. Like, no one's body language is more clearly, hey, I'm ripping here.
Yeah.
It's how he loads on that hip on the forehand, the open stance.
Problem is you just have to play with fire because where it's his most dangerous weapon. I also think it's the spot you can play through to draw more errors.
Or you just do that.
Yeah, that's easier.
Again, it's the #1 singles position for a reason. Gotta have the big boy weapons. Busleman responds with an ace of his own. 3-2 Utah here in the breaker. Uh-oh. Double fault yips for the Heels, whether it was polling on 4. Now they've moved over here to Cernak on 2. Mini break to Utah, 4-2. Again, it makes what Zapp's doing on 6 that much more pertinent. 1-all in the third on 4. Is this a set point here on court number 3 to make it 3 third set battles? No. It's game point chances. We'll get to this quickly as they make the turn on 1. 4-5 here for Bastias, but 40-30 he's serving. Oh. What was grosser? More gross. More hideous. The second serve or the return, Chris? Or my grammar?
Yeah, all 3.
Yeah, poor all the way around. Those are 30 seconds from the broadcast we can erase in post-editing. So 5-all there on 3. Meanwhile, 2-4. Again, Cernak closing out of the set here. Sends UNC to Austin. Zapp does have that 4-2 lead now. Nope. That floated on him. Yeah, that's huge. Junior Logan Zapp has dealt with so many injuries over his first few years in Chapel Hill, but now 4-2 lead in the third, expanding the pathway already for UNC.
Does feel like it's getting away, doesn't it?
That forehand gets away from Cernak, so 5-3 lead here. Busleman out in front. I'm on scoreboard watch, by the way, should I need to wipe it immediately. Nope. Yeah, he missed that wide. I get the frustration. He thinks he sees a mark. Chris, you have the same angle I do. I thought that was wide.
Yeah, look that way.
Scholars will argue the ball does not lie. So we're back on serve, 4-5. Cernak still trails. Others in the chat disagree. They think it was in. Look, welcome to the beauty of college tennis. If we don't agree, and I've been in that line judge's position, it's downright impossible to call. We're 15 months of technology away. Oh, no. The trickery. I love that play from Busleman. Throwing in off speed, a little chip and charge to the backhand. Make Cernak come up with something exceptional. Here's the thing. The All-American did. 6-all, 5-all, second set breaker. Cernak has the heels, 2 points away. Oh, that's so good. And is it 4-2 or 5-2 zap? It's 5-2 zap. That is extraordinarily relevant because it's set points for Boosleman here. So Logan Zapp, I believe, will serve for the match at 6. But he dips it low. 6-all on the turn. Let's go to Zapp. 5-2 Zapp serving the junior on the far side. But the senior Trahak says not yet. Again, 6-all on the turn at 1. Obviously, as soon as they resume play there, we'll put it back in the big screen. Patrick Rinderknecht Trahak looking to extend the match for his team. That was a double. Boy, doubles keep coming as we're going to go over now since it's Love 30 here. Back to Cernak. Monitoring a couple of match points here. Actually, I love you, Will Jansen. You just don't matter right now. Right?
Yeah, not at the moment.
Oh, Brian Cernak. Couple of on-the-run gems. And let's do it. Match point, Cernak. Tar Heels are going to the Sweet 16. Brian Cernak, 6'4", 7'6". Fights off set points and in his last match on the job. Sends UNC to the Sweet 16 once again. For a date with #1 overall seed Texas awaits. Chris Halioris, it's our final match of the day in the books. There were 8 regions overall. Duke is closing in on a victory right now, but Georgia, Tennessee, Virginia, UNC, Ohio State, 2 other teams I'm blanking on right now, all booking their spots in the Sweet 16 today.
All chalk.
Yeah, it's all chalk right now on the men's side. Your reaction to it all, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great match from North Carolina. We got we had a lot of one-sided, if you will, matches today in everything that we saw. There were the seeds all held up, and nobody got too testy with a 4-3 result or anything. I think obviously the teams that earned those hosting spots deserved it. They showed why, and we'll move on to the Sweet 16.
Absolutely, as you alluded to. All the home teams thus far, 15 for 15 on the men's side, and look.
No, not quite. Columbia.
Oh, 14 for 15 on the men's side, and look. There's a lot of talk about home court advantage being dead in pro sports. It's not in college. UNC, 4-0 winners in Chapel Hill. They're going to the Sweet 16. They're going to the Super Regional, as is our coverage here at Cracked Racquets. We'll be back next weekend. Should have every site for you except for those 2 sites at Michigan. That means we're going to have at least 14 outstanding college tennis matches for all of you to enjoy. Of course, a massive shout out to you, Chris Halliors. You've joined me every minute of our broadcast this weekend. A shout out, of course, to Perry Scheinen, rolling over on our alternate broadcast, super producer Daniel Westoff, Dalton Thieneman, who, of course, make everything possible here at Cracked Racquets for all of those contributors to our coverage. I'm your host, Alex Gruskin. You've been watching our Cracked Racquets coverage of the 2023 NCAA tennis tournament. We'll be back next weekend with the Sweet 16.